Here we go!
Hey, what's up, Blue Blurs? This is Gamer Blake90, proud chief of the Blue Blurs, here to present you with a Sonic fan game showcase video. It was actually going to be my next video well over a month ago, but then Sonic Colors Ultimate dropped and I got hooked on that straight away, so I put my coverage of Stage 2021 or the Sonic Amateur Games Expo on hold for the time being. So I'm just now getting back on the horse today, and it seems very late to do that, but in this case not so much, because the Sonic hacking contest is coming up next week as well, and I plan to pump out loads of content for both that and a good chunk of what was sent over to stage for this year, so look out for that. It's gonna be a fun time. Anyway, for today's video, we are checking out Sonic Blasters, a fan game that, as you can see from the chaotic style sprites for Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, as well as the menu right here, this is meant to be a sequel to Knuckles Chaotix, similar to Sonic New Tragic Panic, which I highly recommend if you haven't played yet. I covered it on this channel not long ago, so I'll drop it in one of the video cards at the upper right, so it'll be much easier for you to track it down and see if it wins you over, which I hope it does because it's an amazing game, and so is this one, so definitely look them both up. But yeah, this menu screen here is very much like that of the style seen in Knuckles Chaotix, and it also comes with an extra mode called Eggman Tetris, which we'll look up after we get through the meat and potatoes of this demo, because it is a work in progress. So we have only two stages to choose from. The first is Madness Mountain, and the second is Dynamite Plant. Bro, get a load of this and know that wasn't an intentional reference to Eggman and Sonic Adventure, but seriously, Dynamite Plant is actually a stage based directly on a stage of the same name featured in Sonic the Fighters. That is hands down an awesome reference to make, and while we're on the subject of references, those of you with a keen sense for music might have realized that the theme that was playing during the title screen is called Lookalike, taken directly from the credit sequence of the Sonic OVA. And it's a super fitting choice of music to go with because if you're familiar with Chaotix, you know that Metal Sonic was the big bad of that game's story mode, and it carried over to here because this is a sequel, so expect him to play a pivotal role. Also, just to let you know, this game will have cutscenes, though those won't be animated. Instead, they'll be slideshows, and you'll see the first of them when you boot up Mountain Madness. But before we do start with that stage, we have the cast of Sonic Mania Plus to choose from as far as playable characters go. We've got Sonic, who's sporting some new look for the occasion. What's up, my man? You looking sharp. Then there's Tails. Where did his tails go? And then there's Knuckles, who is carried over from Chaotix, of course, along with Mine and the Armadillo. Ray, on the other hand, was a no-show in Chaotix like Sonic and Tails, at least up until the credit sequence for the good ending. But Ray here has got a new style that makes him look like a Chaotix character, and it is super faithful, not to mention clean. I like how it looks. Now, this being a Sonic fan game, it doesn't feel right not to take Sonic along for the ride, so we'll start with him, but then we'll go with a different character when we get to Dynamite Plant to add some variety to things. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Sonic Blasters. And here's the first cutscene. After Metal Sonic Kai was destroyed, his pieces have fallen everywhere. Aw, man. Eggman, upon seeing this, decides to rebuild it, but this time he decides to combine the power of the Master Emerald plus that of Chaos Rings. Man, doesn't that sound familiar? Where'd you get that idea from, Egghead? Sonic and his friends, when they see where the Master Emerald and the metal piece of the Sonic Kai have disappeared, they decide to investigate to the closest piece there is. And that takes us directly to Madness Mountain Act 1, which is apparently based on Sonic 2. Now, the first time I booted up this game and saw the title card, I took that to mean that this stage was based directly on a stage in Sonic 2 rather than the entirety of that game. Because first of all, you have these trees here from Hilltop, and then if you get further and further through the stage, you will see different elements taken from different stages in Sonic 2. One of which will be coming up in a bit, but first, go away, buzz off, I don't like you. And little heads up, you'll find these mouse traps, which is what I'll call them, scattered throughout the stage, so you better be moving at a quick enough speed so that they don't clip you, because if you're too slow, as Sonic typically says, they will get you. So yeah, watch this. Let's build up some speed first, like this. Spin dash, and there we go. Didn't set it off at all. Way too fast for it, man. Speaking of Sonic moveset, he's got his Insta Shield, his Spin Dash, as you just seen, and he has his Super Peel Out, but I am sorry to say that he does not have his Drop Dash. which feels a little weird because after playing Sonic Mania, I can't envision any classic style game at all without the drop dash. It felt so natural that it felt like it was there the entire time. And I mean, it was going to be a part of Sonic 3, but then it got scrapped during development. Why, I'll never understand, but as much as I love SEGA, they've always been known to make odd decisions. Or I should say Sonic Team, actually. But anyway, this bridge right here comes from the Mystic Cave stage, I believe so. Or is that an Aquatic Run? No, I think it's a Mystic Cave. And that's another stage element from Sonic 2 that isn't specific to one stage. You got Hilltop elements, Mystic Cave elements, and even Hidden Palace elements, despite that it was scrapped from Sonic 2 as well. And in between Sonic 2's Hidden Palace and Sonic 3's iteration, I very much prefer Sonic 2, so I kinda wish it hadn't gotten scrapped. But at the same time, I understand why, because it was meant to be saved for Sonic 3, and given how that game's story went, I think it turned out for the better. Now this, on the other hand, I don't recognize. What the heck is this? Is this from maybe the scrapped wood stage for Sonic 2, or am I going along the wrong road here? I don't know. But as you're already seeing, the elemental shields are a factor in Sonic Blasters as well. Those of you who remember the gameplay mechanics for Knuckles Chaotix might have feared by similar mechanics to be featured here. You know, the ring mechanic that combined two characters and it felt very clunky to move them both to the stage at a time. That is not present here, so you can relax now. This is basically a classic style Sonic game without the influence of the Chaotix gameplay mechanics. They were sort of referenced in the Encore mode for Sonic Mania Plus, but that game handled it a lot better than Chaotix did. You could still control two characters at a time, so you could access their abilities, but other than that, you still had the freedom to do basically whatever you wanted, whereas in Chaotix it felt a bit suffocating, and understandably, people were quite turned off by the idea. But as you may have already seen, SEGA already had an affinity for wanting to try new things even with the classic Sonic formula, and there were a lot of new spins on it in Chaotix, some of which I appreciated, others not so much. Boing, 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 so many springs. Also, the level layouts for blasters, they're, well, dare I use the term for the risk of making a pun? Ah, well. The level layouts here are quite chaotic, but without the X. Like, you go back and forth between going through fields of green, like what is seen here from Isolated Island, then you have lava beds, then you go underwater, then you go through ancient ruins, and even through, structures like the one seen earlier that seem to be made of wood themselves, but they're of a style that I haven't been able to quite recognize yet. And speaking of not being able to recognize something, the crystals I noticed a bit ago in the ground, I'll see if I can find them again. Yeah, these crystals right here. Where do they come from again? Does anyone know? I thought at first it might be in Sonic 3's Lava Reef, because you won't only see references to Sonic 2 in this game. But if it's not in Sonic 3's Lava Reef, then I'm drawing a blank on where they came from. Maybe Mystic Cave? Because from the looks of those crystals, you'd think they'd be in a cave stage, so I'm reasonably sure they came either Mystic Cave or Lava Reef, but I'm drawing a blank, which is not common for me, as hooked on the Sonic series as I am, but hey, it happens, even I'm not perfect. So we're doing okay with Act 1, I think we're near the end by now. By the way, jump here, because there's a mousetrap built at the very end of this line right here, and then there's another step right above it, so you'll actually get caught directly on top of it, which ain't cool. Very unwelcome reception, but what can you do? Now right up here we should see the goalpost for Act 1, and there it is, baby! And as you'll have noticed, there's some custom art made for the goalpost, including for Eggman and for Sonic right here. My man, he glowing! Thankfully, not quite as blinding as he currently looks in Sonic Colors Ultimate, because, you know, the overuse of bloom that some tend to complain about. Not that I personally have a problem with it, at least until you get to, I want to say... Well, I had a problem with an Asteroid Coaster at first, because at first the monster juice, or the Nickelodeon slime, whatever you want to call it, was blinding to look at first when you saw the first gameplay footage for Colors Ultimate, but I think they dialed it back a bit, which is good to see. And if you're wondering, I very much enjoyed Colors Ultimate from start to finish, and I can't wait to put out a review video for it as soon as I finish my series for that game, which should be soon because I only have a few episodes left to publish for that, and then we're good. And I went ahead and lost my bubble shield, which I kept from Act 1, talk about a waste, but it wouldn't have helped here because fire hazards will be more prominent in Act 2. We're going underground basically, and look at this, we have these trains from Mirage Saloon at 1 in Sonic Mania, and you see from the side, you see the initial for the Oil Ocean Zone from Sonic 2. A revelation that I hadn't come to up until a session I had in 2018 when I finally glimpsed those initials. Whereas the first time I played through the stage, I just completely skipped over them somehow. Oh man. But now we had the Fire Shield, so that'll help us out a great deal. Not so much in this case though, because when you go through here, you gotta worry about these guys. Remember Mystic Cave? Well, you had to deal with walls coming out from the inside and they had spikes at the very end. That same hazard is back here, but you will not be moved backwards along with the platform when you're standing on it. So the laws of physics don't entirely abide here, so be ready to jump rapidly, so that you don't get crushed or speared or whatever else could happen when you're dealing with things like that. Now these bushes, I think these are from Aquatic Ruin, maybe? I could be wrong. Well, while I struggle to remember where certain elements came from, let's worry about how we're gonna get through here, preferably untouched. But these morning stars, or spiked balls, or whatever you want to call them right here, they'll make that very difficult. This game really keeps you on your toes because you never know what's gonna happen like the next second. As I said earlier, the layouts here are chaotic, so there's a lot you have to be ready for. I don't even recommend going at max speed because of this, unless you prefer to keep a down button pressed so that you stay in a rolling state while you're moving, as it'll have you improvise with off-screen enemies, which is a really good habit to get into for classic Sonic games, period. Now, what's up here? From the looks of things, we should be close to done with Act 2 already, and I figured it would take me longer, but I did have the opportunity to play this game a couple of times before I recorded it, so that might be part of why. And yo, this skyline is looking sick, man. These mountains, they wouldn't happen to be based on an isolated island, would they? Or are they from another stage? I gotta say, it's been forever since I played Chaotix, but when the fan-made sequels for it came along, I very much enjoyed them. I really love the concept of sequels for Chaotix. It's really cool and allows for a lot of potential to be had during development, which is why I'm looking forward to seeing updates for both this game and Sonic New Project Panic. They've been publishing progress updates on their Twitter if you didn't know, so I'd encourage that you follow it. But now we are here at the second app boss for Mountain Madness, and my shield is gone because of off-screen lasers. This boss can be mildly tricky, and part of why is you gotta avoid these lasers until another one comes in from off-screen to take the offensive against Eggman. I have to ask, who is firing these lasers off-screen? I don't think it's Eggman. I want to think someone sabotaged his machinery or something like that. But you gotta avoid these lasers no matter where they're coming from. You want them to hit only Eggman, not you. And if you're wondering, you can't mount an offensive against Eggman yourself, because if you do, it'll basically be like bouncing off a bumper ball. Only it behaves weirdly here. Like you get stuck inside the boss for a bit, and you can't jump your way out of it for a while. I think it's a glitch though. Oh, by the way, Eggman has voice clips in this game, most of which are taken from Sonic Unleashed. In the case of this one though, where he says, "No!" I don't think that came from Unleashed. I'm trying to remember where it came from exactly, so it's not coming home to me. But let me stay focused. I don't want to get clipped again. Lost all my rings already. This boss music is something else though. Wow. Wow. No! Aw, man, so much was happening all at once. And that is it for... Now that clip definitely came from Sonic Unleashed. No! Retreat! But for some reason, Eggman is the only character in this game with the privilege of having voice clips. Everybody else is without voice clips. What the heck? Isn't the protagonist supposed to get special treatment here? What's up with that? This is a Sonic game, not an Eggman game. Bruh. Well, anyway. Time to go to the stage in Sonic the Fighter. That's Dynamite Plant. Now, who to take through here? And yeah, you can see similarities to Oil Ocean already, but don't worry, there will be a tremendous amount of differences to come. And as for who to take through here, I think we're gonna take Mighty the Armadillo, because I think there's a lot of spike-based hazards to contend with, along with other things. They aren't like the predominant element here, but it might be smart anyway. But I wonder, do they work against these buzzsaws? No, they don't. I guess his immunity to spikes, like what he has in Mania, doesn't carry over to here, but he does have the ground bounce, which actually launched him much higher than it did in Mania. Sort of like the Bubble Shield, only not as high. I actually didn't know that up until now, so it's good to know. Maybe Spike Beds are the only kinds of spike-based hazard that he's immune to, whereas every other kind of spike attack involved could be a problem to him. That's my theory anyway. Whoa, look at all this junk. I think we're at a junkyard. Wow. You gotta be careful. And yo, Shades of Chemical Plant. We sure this stage isn't based on Sonic 2 still? No, it isn't, obviously. It's Sonic the Fire stage, but yeah. This music, though, is something else. I really love it. It is so upbeat! No. Don't make mine into a pancake. I waited years for him to come back after Knuckles Chaotix. I will not have a sad ending to his comeback. Yo, wow, look at that. Look at that. Yo! That is so cool. They have different animations when they go off springs. Yo! That is so awesome. Mike's like, He is like, nothing can stop me. You can launch me, you can do whatever else you think you can do, but nah, nothing can stop me. Alright, oops. Well, way to go, Blake. Just run right into a buzzsaw, why don't you? That's gonna make you look real good for the showcase, won't it? Ah! What is that? Chicken. Yo, there are a lot of thieves throughout the stage. I'm just now remembering that. You gotta be careful. Boing. Oh, you bound all the enemies. What? But he has no immunity to projectiles either? What the heck? Bruh. So, basically, he works completely differently from Sonic Mania. Alright. I actually never played him in this game, so I'm still figuring him out. The only character I played up until now is Sonic, because, of course, I'll always be biased towards Sonic. He's my favorite character in the franchise, period. That might seem vanilla to you, because most prefer to be unique, and I totally get that, but is Sonic my favorite character? Sonic's my favorite character. That can't really be helped. But yo, you thought the hazards in Mountain Madness were random as heck? It gets 10 times worse here. In fact, there's a specific path that I remember being very confused about. It had like an arrow sign pointing right towards it. I don't think it's this one though. And doesn't the stage have like 2 acts? Or is there only 1 act? You come down here? Whoa, He bounces off of item boxes without breaking them. Huh. Well, that's interesting. But we'll take the fire shield anyway. I don't really know which shield would be best suited for a stage like this though. Well, way to waste it. That's cool. Yo, the Scream of Studiopolis, they even say Dynamite Plant, and you can see the 3 hooligans on them. Bark the Bear, Beam the Dynamite, and Bang the Sniper, and all of them were featured in Sonic the Fires. That was actually my first sighting of those guys when I got the Sonic Gens collection and booted up Sonic the Fighters. That was the first time I ever knew that game existed. I didn't even know it was an arcade title. And there are also arcade cabinets out and about with Sonic the Fires, one of which I shared a clip of in a video I did a while back where I talked about the good and the bad of Sonic Colors Ultimate. Man, that is a prize to have right there. I've gotta have it. I gotta find it. Assuming that arcade cabinets are even a common sighting anymore, because the arcade era died out long ago, which is kind of sad. I had so much fun with them. We gotta be careful and fall into those electricity beds. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Does he has his wall kick. Yo, alright. Let me see. I gotta find another wall I can test it. Let's see. How do I use it? Oh, okay, so you go near a wall, you move towards it, and he clings to it, but he slides down until you jump off of it. And it doesn't seem like it launches him upwards when you jump off of it? No, he doesn't get much out of it, huh. Might look into buffing that a bit, because that feels a little redundant to use otherwise. Oh well. Still cool though. Glad he kept his wall jump from Chaotix. It was a heck of a move. Whoa, wait, hold on. There's a sign here that you have to spin dash. Why is that? Oh, that's why. I remember this. If you don't spin dash to gain the necessary speed to go through there, you will fall into a hazard like spikes or electricity or something like that, so be careful of that. We should be almost done with this stage. Hopefully. It's kind of a lengthy stage, and there's a lot happening here. It feels like it's 2 acts in 1 at times. Okay, so we're inside what looks like the factory. And what's down here? Yo, seriously, I need to go listen to this music. I have an appreciation for upbeat themes like this, and you wouldn't have expected this style of music on a stage like this that really keeps you busy, but the Sonic series is known for being, for excelling in the music department like that. Oh man, I remember this section. This was what I was talking about earlier. There's a path that you absolutely have to take, otherwise you're stuck in an endless loop in this stage. I'll show it to you again in a bit, but first we gotta get back there. Already wasting time, and I'm not very happy with that. Gotta get all the conveyor belt first, and then spin dash over it. There we go. Da, 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 da. I'm just glad that they didn't decide to add in the gimmick from Oil Ocean Act 2, which is basically the Sandopolis Act 2 gimmick. Only in Oil Ocean's case, it involves gas, but it takes away your range the longer you leave it up unless you pull a switch. Good thing that is not involved here. I don't think any of us liked it at all. I could appreciate the callback to Sandopolis though. It was definitely a common subject of interest when it came to Sonic 3. We gotta press the switch again. It is probably a timed switch, so we gotta be quick. Alright, gotta come down here, and I believe you have to go to the... Wait. An item box I broke already? Huh? Never mind. Do we need to go to the left? The game doesn't make it clear to you, but you have to go left here after you press that switch and come down here? Oh, shoot. But I think this is where you need to go. I hope I'm right, though. And, be careful here. There are, buzzsaws swinging in from off screen, much like Scrap Brain. Don't want to get caught here. And I think we took the right pathway this time. And there's even a sign there that is showing off a switch, so yeah, we definitely played our cards correctly. Thank goodness. The first time I came here, I got caught in an endless loop and couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. Like, I pressed a switch, came down here, but went right, and it put me back in that loop. And the game doesn't tell you that you have to go left after you press that switch. So, if you're gonna give me a sign telling me I have to go down a pathway after I hit a switch, at the very least, you might have been able to do likewise, or letting me know I need to go left rather than right. But they probably meant to throw that in there, but simply forgot, or it's an oversight. Either way, showing it off for you here so you can spare yourself the headache. Anyway, the Infinity Loop, boys! Now, we have another sequence right here, where it's very easy to get crushed. These don't leave you with a lot of space after they lift up, so you gotta be careful. Perhaps spin dash will clear the last two. Yeah, it does. There we go. And that should be it for Act 1 of the Dynamite Plant, baby. That is what's up. Wow, that took me almost 10 minutes. Jeez. That wasn't very impressive, but it was a long stage, so I think you can forgive me for that. I wonder how speedrunners would perform at this stage, though. I'd really be curious to see that. And we got Dynamite Plant Act 2. Yo, this stage pulled a Sonic CD with a switch in the color palette for the interior of the factory. Like, you go from a bleak, dreary stage at first, like say Title Tempest Bad Future, to a shining blue overlay for the good future of Title Tempest. It's missing the pink though, but I think we can do without it. Now, I don't think Act 2 is entirely finished, so it consists only of the boss, which is a piece of Super Metal Sonic, the main idea of the game's story mode. And I'm not doing a very good job avoiding those attacks, am I? We gotta bounce off of him, move him along this side-scrolling stage, and have him run into those gear cogs at the top there. That's how you will do damage to this guy. You can't damage him through traditional means, so you have to make him try to chase you. But approaching him will be difficult, because once in a while he'll stick out that claw trying to catch you. What the heck? He tried to wall jump off those spikes and got caught. So, I don't get to decide if I want to use it or not? Suddenly taking money through here doesn't seem like a good idea. And by the way, if you get hit, the boss will start moving backwards instead of forwards. So, try not to mess up here. Speaking of messing up, I'm doing a pretty good job of that, am I? Boy, I don't appreciate you laughing at me. Come here. Get out of that machine so I can teach you a lesson or two. Would you tell me no? You're the one to start this fight. You're gonna finish it like a man. Come here. Don't you sit there and spit your dodgeballs at me. Boy, come here. That boss theme, though. Whoa, yo, there's more pieces in the background. How many of them has Eggman found already? Wow is right. The lyrics have got a point! Okay, that time we cleaned up. Wait a minute. Yo, is this a remix of a Sonic CD boss theme? Y'all did hear that, right? And I went a good amount of time without messing up, and then I got hit. Did you think you'd go and come back here? Ow! Don't you stick your hand out at me. Ow. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. I'm losing way too many rings. This ain't going well for me. I hear Stardust Speedway. Yo, whoever did this music, you're a god. You are a god. Interesting, though, how you see screenshots of Beam, Bark, and Fang, but they aren't actually in the stage. Kinda only let down Dynamite Plant for me, but other than that, it was definitely a compelling stage to play. Don't know how I feel about the side-scroller boss though, but I can appreciate creativity when I see it. No! 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 Is that all you know how to say? Is that it? Oh, so no, that isn't all you know how to say? Oh, oh, oh. Wait, that's it? Did he hit another cog or something? I didn't even see it because I was in the middle of getting hit. Well, okay, I guess that's it for Dynamite Plant and for the demo to Sonic Blasters, or it would be it, but we still gotta look up Eggman Tetris. Pretty sure it's a callback to Mean Bean Machine, which was in turn based off of Puyo Puyo, but in the style of Sonic. And there is Mighty's goalpost art. He looking real sharp, man. Now I gotta get back to the title screen real quick. Yo, happy 30th, Sonic. Man, I still cannot believe he is actually 30 years old. Now I feel old! And I'm a year older than this guy. But I digress. Eggman Tetris. What's up here? Yo, that came in the final stage. What do you do to that motorbug, Egghead? I don't think Garrels would be too happy with you. Let's go with level 0. After the fall of Metal Sonic Kai, Eggman started looking for the parts however he needed to repair his badniks. I didn't know it had cutscenes too. I have done it! With this formula of Mean Beans, my badnik will be stronger than before! Ha 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 ha! I am a genius! Yes, I'm not a good Eggman actor, I get it. Don't blow up my comments, let me know about that. So, but it is actually going to be... Wait, how do I... Okay. It's a B button. A button. Give me the squares, I can't reverse them. So just an A button that allows me to rotate the blocks. This is not Puyo Puyo, just to let you know. This is traditional Tetris, although the blocks appear to be made of Puyo, so that's a callback nonetheless. You'll love this. And the rules of Tetris are the same as before. You gotta fill up lines full of blocks, and bam! You'll clear out some lines, and how do you finish a level? You have to build a certain amount of lines to get to the next level? It does keep track of how many lines you've completed. Oh, it's been forever I played Tetris, but it's such a basic game. I should know the rules to it by now. Yo, every time you finish a line, the holographic image inside that glass that Eggman's got there, it changes up. Now I got a flicky. How dare you, Egghead? I don't approve of this. Ah, shoot, I messed that one up down there, but that's okay. We'll just send in a line there. What do I do with this? What do I do with this? Maybe this? Hopefully that was a good idea. I am no grandmaster of Tetris. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I'll take it. Dang, this is so flippin' cool. Really appreciate the level of work that went into this. Even for a Tetris mode, I don't think I often see side modes like this in fan games. And although it isn't Puyo, the blocks seem to be Puyos themselves. Like you can see when the eyes are moving around on them. That's awesome. Oh, we're at level 1. I just now realized. So the level automatically changes when you get enough lines. Okay, but I'm not gonna stay playing the entirety of this because it'll take forever for me to get through all the stages, so we're just gonna go ahead and force the game over. When you can't pull any more blocks into the game, then that's it, game over. And you can quit out of it right afterwards, and that's pretty much exactly how Eggman Tetris mode works. Really cool stuff. Definitely props to the developer for thinking to throw this in there. That was amazing. Along with the level design itself, even if it is a little questionable in some instances, like where I pointed out in Dynamite Plant Act 1, that part with the arrow making you go downwards, but then not letting you know you have to go left to go past that gate that goes up after you hit the switch. I would have liked another signpost to be dropped there, tell you to go in the correct direction rather than forcing you to figure it out yourself, if you're at least going to make it a point to include signs like that. But outside of that, I have no complaints really, and I look forward to see where else this game is going to go. Anyway, that is going to be it for this showcase. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I also hope that the commentary was clean, because man, I've been paranoid as heck over it lately, and even now I don't think it's perfect in this video, but it's a work in progress, what can I say? But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, this fan game will be linked in the description below, so please make sure you go and download it and try it out for yourself, and let the developer know what you think. And if you did enjoy this video, drop those likes and comments down below. You can also keep up with my content by hitting that sub button and ringing that bell so that you can stay up to date on all of my Sonic content, as he's all I pretty much post about. We are a Sonic channel after all. If I do make any content for non-Sonic stuff, it'll probably be on another channel, though that's a ways down the road, isn't it? Anyway, I'm out, guys. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Don't forget, blue blurs for life. Catch you later.